Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into Natas, a war game from OverTheWire designed to sharpen your web security skills. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's jump in and start hacking our way through Natas. The level I'm going to do will be level 4. And this level involves manipulating requests. As you know, to find vulnerabilities with web applications, sometimes we need to manipulate requests. And the request or HTTP request consists of header and also the body. And it depends on how to manipulate. We can manipulate request headers, and also we can manipulate request body. Even sometimes we have to manipulate response. So, and after we can make changes or manipulation to the request or response, we need to see how the application, how the web application will be behaving differently. Okay, and I will show you one of popular proxy tool, Burp Suite, to do this job. But also I'd like to show you how to use Python to do the same thing. Okay, because I will try every opportunity to use Python in this series. And at the end, I'd like to show you how to combine two approaches. I mean the Burp Suite and Python, because sometimes we need to see whether our Python program is behaving what we expect. Okay, so now we can get started. I'd like to copy the address or URL of this level to begin with. We can copy, and then we can head over to Kali Linux, and we can put over here, press enter, and we can provide the username. This case is Natas4, and we can copy its password from notebook, and then we can paste into the password field, sign in. Don't save. So access disallowed. You are visiting, this is the blank, right? While authorized users should come only from this address. So I think the message, what you are seeing here, is very clear. We need to manipulate request header, or to be more specifically, we need to manipulate or change one of field of header, HTTP request header, referer. This is the address of a previous web page from which link to the currently requested page was followed. So to change this field, we can use Burp Suite. And of course, detailed steps of Burp Suite will be beyond the scope of this video. If you want me to do, you can let me know in the comment box below. And so to use Burp Suite, Burp Suite is some kinds of proxy tool. And to use this tool, first of all, normally we can install the plugin of the browser, like a Fox Proxy. Maybe this is the most popular plugin. Okay, and we can click, and then of course I've already set up different proxies, and I select the second one, Burp. Okay, and now we can go to the Burp Suite to launch. Okay, next, start. And navigate to proxy tab. Make sure intercept option is on. And then, all traffic, all requests and response will be going through our proxy. So now we can refresh this page. And then, as you can see, we can get the request. We can send this request to repeater module. When you try to find vulnerabilities from the web application, I think repeater module is very powerful. We can manipulate everything in this module. And for example, here, right now, we cannot see any referer field. To edit, you can directly edit the request header here. But I prefer the following way. We can, you can go to the right side, inspector, and at the bottom, request headers. And then you can see now how many fields are there. We need to add one more key pair. And the name is referer. And the value should be this one. We can copy from this page. We can copy and then go back to Burp Suite and paste in here. We can click add and then request header or request has been manipulated. We can send the request and waiting for response from the application. If you scroll down on the right, you can see access granted. The password for the next level or Natas file is this one. So I think so far I've already demonstrated how to use Burp Suite to manipulate requests, including request header, to get this level down. Next, I'm going to show you how to use Python. Okay, let me open up the editor of PyCharm. You can use any editor, what you're comfortable with. We can left click the directory or folder what we are working on. And then we can right click and then we want to new a Python file. You can use any name, for example, like Natas, or maybe we can call it like Natas 4, okay? Press enter. And we need to, as previous level, we need to import some modules. The first module is request module. Again, this is the third-party module. In order to use this module, you need to install it with pip. And the second thing I'd like to import is class rather than module from requests, auth, and HTTP basic authentication. Why? Because this site requires HTTP basic authentication. Okay, so let me go back to PyCharm. So how to do? First of all, we need to initialize the instance for this class. So basic and HTTP basic authentication. We need to give two arguments. The first one is username, Natas 4, and the second would be password. We can copy from my notebook and paste in here, Natas 4. Now we can send a request to the web application. Okay, so let's, of course, before we send a request, we need to manipulate header. And header should be a dictionary. You know, dictionary is one of important variables, or the string. But the dictionary is the compilation of something. Okay, So we can headers, and this should be the dictionary, and the key name is referer, okay, and column, and then we can, of course, so we can copy its value from the page and paste it in here. Okay, so I think that's it. So then we can send requests to the application, and the returned value will be saved or set to the variable like response, and requests get, and URL. We can copy the URL from a browser and paste. Maybe we can use keyword arguments, right? This would be more human readable, and also basic authentication. So basic, and also we need to give headers arguments, and this we use the same name. This is the convention. Okay, so now we can print out response text. Okay, so I think that's it. Not complicated at all. So Python is very powerful. We can rely on third-party module to make our life much more easy. Okay, so now let's put up the terminal to run our program. Natas 4, press enter. As you can see, we successfully retrieve the password for the next level. But sometimes, the web application is very complicated, and we need to see whether we have already manipulated request header, as we expect. So how to do? We can put another option, proxies. So the proxies, and this should be a dictionary as well, HTTP. And because we want to our traffic or our request to go through Burp Suite, so this would be this one, and port number, and then we can go back to, also we need to pass another argument in the get method. So proxies, okay, so that's it. So now before we run our program, we need to see whether we have already turned on the, maybe yes, we have already. Also we can I think we can go to here, we can remove or delete all history, delete items. We can copy, we can delete items. So now, and we can forward, maybe forward, yeah. Now we can, we can get a fresh tab. Now let's run our program again to see whether, I think we should turn off the intercept. We just want to know whether the request has been manipulated properly and also can be sent to the web application. Okay, we do not want to manually intercept and forward the request by our Python program. We can turn off the intercept option. Now let's run it one more time. I think we still get the same result. And if you go back to the Burp Suite and go to the HTTP history, and then you can see, I think we have already added the referer. This is the new item, or this is a new field which has been added by our Python program. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.